The Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. We are ready for Danny Bodish and Joshua Draughter. So let's get this fight going and bring the fighters in the ring. Let's jump to ring announcer Matt Fargo.
Integrity Boxing fans, are you ready for our 5th bout of the night? This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Let's meet our fighters. First, out of the blue corner, please welcome Joshua Draughter.
This is Joshua Draughter. He's got a record of 5-5-1, 1 knockout. He's out of New Orleans, Louisiana. This 8-year pro. Had over 90 amateur fights. Began boxing at the age of 10. He told me, he self-admitted have an attitude problem. His father of 2 likes to golf in his spare time. Told me at one point he had about a 5 handicap. He said it's up to 15. I don't know if he was trying to get me on the course to give him shots or what, but he said he loves golf.
Maybe he was trying to hustle you out onto the golf course. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think. You know, try to give him strokes or something.
And what's your handicap, Mr. Abrams?
My swing. back up the mat.
And fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Danny Bodish.
This is 26-year-old Danny Bodish, got a record of 4-2. This 1-year Pittsburgh native started boxing at the age of 6. His father and grandfather were boxers. His father was an amateur, and his grandfather, Billy, was a professional with a record of 9-1-1. He trains at the same gym that they trained at. Tom Yankello's world-class boxing. He had over 105 amateur fights. And he just, like you said, last couple fights trained by Tom Yankello.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been with Yankello for years now. And as we mentioned before, he is the model for Yankello on the world-class boxing social media videos that Yankello does. So a lot of people are very aware of Danny Bodish around the world, actually.
There you go. Let's up to ring announcer Matt Fargo to make the formal introductions.
Fans, once again, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Introducing our fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 128.2 pounds. He brings to the ring a record of 5 wins against 5 losses and 1 knockout from the Big Easy, the 504, New Orleans, Louisiana, Joshua Draughter. And out of the red corner, this fighter brings a record of 4 wins against and no defeats, 2 wins by knockout. He weighed in by 129.6 pounds. Please welcome
Danny Bodish, 4-2 knockouts. He's in the purple. Joshua Draughter, 5-5-1, 1 knockout. He's in the New Orleans Saints, gold and black. Mark Abrams, Rob Witkowski here at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows in Washington, PA. Integrity Pro Boxing live tonight on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
And of course, Mark, we saw Danny Bodish last in our premiere episode of Integrity Boxing here on Sportsnet. He had an impressive victory.
A Juan Centeno 6-round now decision. He told me, I actually asked him about that. He said he gave himself a B+ for it.
Well, that's a good sign for a young guy. He's always looking to improve, not going to rest on his laurels.
He knows that Draughter is a boxer and a mover. When I asked him what he knew about Draughter, he said I gave himself a B+ because he did not get the stoppage.
Yeah, it was a real good victory, though, over a really veteran guy like Santano. Yeah. And, you know, Bodish not wasting time moving up the ladder here. You know, he faced a guy like Santano. Now he's in here with a 5-5-1 guy. Good competition. I like that.
109 amateur fights, so an experienced kid in there. So a little right inside. Bodish now trying to pin Draughter up against the ropes. Draughter does a nice job of spinning out of there.
And Draughter's ability to do that could be a big factor in this fight, because Bodish is really a guy that wants to get you on the ropes and he wants to go to work on you.
We just said Ole Davun come over and say hello to us. You feel Bodish could be the next guy to kind of take that course to get up there, get ranked in the. You believe he's the next one out of the Integrity stable?
I mean, you look at Spell, but you have to look at Bodish too. You know, this is a guy that I think there's some good ability there.
Very good action between Bodish and Draughter. Bodish got in a couple right hands. Draughter got in a right for himself.
And you know, it doesn't hurt having Tom Yankello either.
Correct.
You know, that's we know he gets good training, he gets real good sparring. So I think, you know, the road's open for him. It's going to be exciting to see where he goes.
He's got some good ingredients there. Like we said, the long amateur career. He's fighting some decent guys early in his career. He come the end of round 1. Scheduled for 6 rounds between Bodish and Draughter.
Interesting first round. This could be a very interesting 6-round fight.
Draughter, you know, fought a little bit more in that first round than I thought he would, based on, you know, especially I'm sure based on what Bodish, because he said he's a boxer and a mover.
Nice uppercut there by Draughter when they got inside. Good work there by Bodish. Yeah, entertaining first round. This has the looks of a fight that could absolutely heat up. Boy, you see Tom Yankello, he is animated in that corner.
Round 2. Scheduled for 6, Bodish and Draughter. Draughter's a very durable guy in there. He's only been stopped twice in 11 fights. His last bout, he was stopped in 3 by Victor Hernandez. He's a fighter that I called some of his fights. He's a tough guy who's now 14-0 out of Louisiana.
You know, Draughter hasn't fought since late in 23.
Yeah, it's the Victor Hernandez fight I was talking about.
But for a guy who's been out of the ring for a while, I think he's looking pretty good here with Bodish so far.
There's a left to the body from Bodish and a right upstairs. Joshua Draughter looks like he wants to, you know, get in the pocket and fight some tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that. You know, usually that's what Bodish wants to do, but Draughter's already showed me a couple veteran tricks on the inside where he's held Bodish and gotten some shots off. So this is, once again, good challenge for Bodish,
correct.
Good learning experience.
There's a right over the top from Bodish, a left to the body. Oh, good right hand from Draughter gets through. Right from Bodish, trying to now trap Draughter against the ropes. Got in two left hands.
Nice combo there by Bodish.
And Draughter ducks underneath the other left hook.
You know, Bodish is a guy, he will, you know, he can be hit. He can be hit, but he's expecting to hit you 3 times for every time you hit him. So we'll see what, you know, if Draughter can get punches and bunches a little bit against him.
The left and a short little right by each guy on the inside.
When I looked at tonight's card, you know, I did think that this fight had a definite opportunity to be the fight of the night. And I think here, closing rounds of round 2, that's the way it's looking. Good back and forth.
A good combination from Bodish. End of round 2, scheduled for 6. Good action here.
Entertaining round. Boy, and you saw that look on Draughter there at the end of the round. He looks like a guy that's possibly gaining confidence as this goes on.
Yeah, see, that was a good right hand that landed.
You know, on our last card, when Bodish was in there with Santano, you know, we were pointing out how much he liked Bodish enjoy. You know, he likes to frame you. He likes to use that forearm and frame you. I've noticed already, Draughter's just body positioning is he's down low, he's crouched. He's not allowing that.
No.
He's the one that's sort of getting the advantage when these guys are really in tight.
Bodish now trying to work on the ropes to try to outmuscle Draughter on the ropes. Sneaks in a right hand. Uppercut on the inside from Draughter, ducks under, but Bodish, every time Draughter looks up, Bodish is right in his face.
Draughter is making a good effort, though, to slide out consistently. You know, he's not staying in one place and letting Bodish go to work on him. He slides out. Even if he takes a shot, he gets out, and it's limited to one shot.
There's a good left to the body from Bodish and a right upstairs. Draughter fighting off the ropes with a left hook. Uppercut from Bodish on the inside. Good action here in round 3 between Bodish and Draughter. Good left from Draughter. Body work on the inside from Bodish. He's come upstairs with the uppercut.
Bodish with that mixed arsenal.
This is a grinded out type of fight through 3 rounds. There's a right from Bodish.
You know, and Draughter's, he's doing a lot of grabbing, and probably not a bad idea. You know, that's going to frustrate Bodish.
Bodish trying to move his hands on the inside.
And referee Tim Shipley really letting them work out of this too, which could be very helpful to Draughter.
Good right from Draughter. Draughter's now trying to create some space for himself.
Yeah, he started out real in tight, working the in tight. Now he's saying, let's create some distance, see what I can do there.
Oh, that's a slit. He tripped over Draughter's foot. We come to the end of round 3. We're halfway home. Bodish and Draughter locked in a good one here in Washington, PA.
Take a look at some of the action from last round. And it's been good action throughout this fight.
For sure.
There's Draughter coming off the ropes, doing some nice work. Good inside action from both men. Yeah, Tim Shipley's approach to this fight could definitely be a factor. He's letting these guys work out of these clinches, and you know, Draughter's using the clinches to his advantage here.
There's a right from Bodish to start round 4.
I will say, Draughter, when we showed him in his corner there a minute ago, he looked like a guy that was really sucking some air.
Well, it's hot outside. It's cool inside the venue here, so that's at least a good thing for these fighters. Good right from Bodish over the top. Bodish lands a left to the body and a right upstairs.
Boy, Draughter has consistently grabbed that, just very slyly hooked that right hand of Bodish's when they get in close.
Uppercut from Bodish. Right around the gloves and another one. Draughter trying to answer back. So right from Draughter. Both these guys are really working hard in there tonight. Bodish is just, he's a one-way guy. He's a pressure fighter. Great for the fans watching on Sportsnet Pittsburgh tonight. There's a right from Bodish. Trying to create space, lands a good right from distance now. Bodish is just swinging to try to hit anything. He's hit a lot of gloves, but again, he's just trying to put gloves anywhere on Joshua Draughter. Misses with the right and left. Draughter trying to spin Bodish around. No avail, though.
Yeah, Draughter's strangely elusive. He spent a lot of the fight with his head up in, you know, real in tight in Bodish's chest. And then he's been consistently hooking those arms of Bodish and working off of it like he did right there.
The right from Bodish and a right from Draughter into round 4.
This is one of those fights, Mark, where, boy, judges could be seeing this very differently, even depending on where they're sitting. Because both men have gotten some shots in. Draughter's gotten some sneaky, nice shots in. I feel like Bodish is mostly mostly controlled the fight, but especially after that last decision, you know, it's somebody might want to really put a stamp on this thing.
Round 5, Danny Bodish, Joshua Draughter. Good right to start round 5 from Bodish.
6 minutes to go, essentially. Let's see if somebody can, you know, up the gear a little bit here.
Uppercut and a right from Bodish. He said he's just trying to put hands anywhere where he can score.
Yeah, and it's a good idea, you know. The judges see you're busy. You might not be making great connection, but the fists are flying on your end, and you know, the judges notice that. Couple good shots there by Bodish. Boy, this is just classic inside boxing.
Real grinded out fight, as I said last round. It's also a style where both guys, you get very tired very quickly in there from leaning, not only trying to punch, but being leaned on and leaning on your opponent. Uppercut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bodish sidesteps Draughter. Each guy trying to get the advantage on the inside. So much for Bodish's scouting report that Draughter's a boxer and a mover.
He instantly proceeded to do the opposite of that.
Yes.
From the first bell.
Bodish sticking the jab out.
Bodish not going to the body as much tonight. I think part of that's Draughter's positioning, but he certainly used the body a lot more against Centeno.
He threw a couple body shots.
Boy, we're looking at a fight here where somebody could really land a big shot. It could just really, you know, tip the scales. This is a close fight.
End of round 5. Danny Bodish, Joshua Draughter. Locked in a good one here in Washington.
There you can see some of the action from last round. It's just been real good back and forth right from the start tonight. I suspect we're going to see an action-packed 6th round because both of these guys have to feel like they need this round.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bodish is winning most of these, but every round has been close, very closely contested.
Exactly, yeah.
They go out swinging here in round 6, just as Ron predicted. This is Rock'em Sock'em Robots time to start round 6. Bodish trying to work hard on the inside. Left hook attempt by Draughter, he gets thrown down, that's a slip.
I think Draughter is heroically fighting fatigue at this point, but he's doing a good job of it. He's hanging in there. You know, it goes back to a guy that hasn't fought since 23.
Uppercut on the inside from Draughter.
An interesting part of this fight has been that Draughter does some of the things Bodish does inside. Then, you know, the framing, the holding on, the working off the hold. Good learning experience for Bodish. I don't think he's faced anyone quite with this style.
So left and a right in the inside from Bodish. I think Bodish has a little mark around his right eye as Draughter lands a couple right hands of his own.
Good shots by Bodish there.
Uppercut from Draughter. Here comes Bodish with some body shots. Minute to go here in round 6. Bodish with chance of Danny now coming out from the crowd here at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows.
Boy, credit to referee Tim Shipley in this one. You know what? He's been laissez-faire, and he's let them work out of these things, and they've done it. It's highly entertaining.
Bodish overshoots the right hand, 10 seconds to go in the fight. Bodish and Draughter bringing it home here in Washington, PA, as Draughter falls to the canvas for a slip, and this fight is over.
Well done by both fighters. Entertaining matchup. Some round 6 action.
Could have been any of the rounds the way these two stood in the pocket.
Yeah, no doubt. We had 6 identical rounds, basically. And, you know, going back to what the judges see, another thing, when you have inside fighting like that, where you're sitting and what you're capable of seeing, you know, can play a difference. You know, I could see a couple of these judges maybe having very different views of this fight. I've got Bodish winning this fight. I think overall he probably landed more shots, more quality shots. But
Great action here tonight on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, just a great experience for Bodish because, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, he hasn't faced anyone that with these techniques, and, you know, this is an experienced guy, and Draughter's clearly, you know, he's kind of savvy for a 5-5-1 fighter, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you know, he's better than 5-5-1.
Yeah, he's one of those wily veterans, as we like to call him. Well, it looks like Matt Fargo has the decision. He's just making sure, I think. Making sure all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. So let's throw it up to Matt Fargo for the decision. Okay.
Judge DePolo scores the fight 60-54, Bodish. Robert scores the fight 60-54. Rogers scores the fight 59-55 for a unanimous winner tonight, Danny Bodish!
Danny Bodish, shutout on 2 cards, 5-1 on the 3rd card. I said I thought he was winning and making the fight on most of those rounds. It's one of those fights that could have been the right scores, but it was closer than that.
Yeah, every round was close. 10-9 every round. Yeah, we talked about that on the last broadcast. You know, on the scorecard, it doesn't look that close, but it in fact was a nice close fight. Good job, Danny Bodish. Congratulations to his team.
We'll be back with Oshovich against Sanders. We'll be back